is it? So today we've come to Lightkeeper CrossFit, which is a CrossFit box like near where we are. Because basically last week on Friday, just after the Open announced, I did do the Open announcement, so I did 25.3. But because the gym that we go to, you can't like drop the bars. Basically, when I rewatch the videos back, because I do the clean to touch and go, I like some of the reps are borderline like not reps. So basically, we've come to another gym today where you can drop the bars. Because I need to redo it, like, because not for the Open, like if I was just doing it for the Open I probably wouldn't give a shit, I'd probably just like not do it, whatever, but because I have to submit it to do a competition and I don't want to not qualify, we've just come to this other gym so that we can drop the bars because they have like droppers and stuff, and just to do it again. I'm not excited about it because you know when you do a workout and you know like the pain, you know what it's like, and then you have to do it again, but yeah, it's got to be done. So 25.3 redo plus gym tour of Lightkeeper CrossFit plus I'm obviously not excited about it. I'm going to start by doing some other stuff, so we're going to do some squats first and then some snatches and then do the actual workout. Right, so first and foremost, the prize for looking the most miserable before an Open workout goes to me. I think like in my mind, I wasn't ready to do this workout again, like because I'd already done it before and already like pushed myself to what I thought was like a pretty good limit. I didn't want to have to like go again and like know the pain that I had to put myself through to try and get it. But I just thought if I want to qualify for this competition, I know that I'll be more devastated if I don't make it because I get loads of no reps than if I just try and do this again. And even if my score is worse, like it doesn't matter. Now, on paper, this workout's actually pretty good for me. Like the barbell's quite light, so I should be able to cycle through it, but my wall walks are just really slow, so it doesn't really help me all that much that there are so many wall walks. But I went into this workout pretty like happy. I think obviously because I'd already done it before, I kind of knew what kind of speed I needed to go to and how to manage it. So I'm going to talk you guys through exactly how in my head I dealt with the rest, the reps and everything, to try and help you guys if you haven't done it yet. Obviously I know it is a bit late, but because I did the redo on the 17th of March, which was yesterday, I didn't really have much time to like put it together. And I did originally want to put up my workout from the other day, but as I said, I did loads of no reps because going touch and go and reps for me apparently is just impossible, and I'm not good at it. Something I really need to work on to make sure that I don't end up in this situation again. So let's talk about warm-ups for this specific workout. So the first time that I did this workout, I went into the gym and just did it without having done anything else, like literally just did my like normal warm-up for this type of workout. So did some deadlifts, did some front rack stuff, did some snatches, like really light just to get moving, and then did some rowing to kind of get my heart rate up. Before this specific workout, I actually did like a full session of squats, so it was like 4 5s, a 3 and a 1, going up to something like relatively heavy. I think it was around 83%, so I ended on like 115 or something, which I'm keeping quite light at the moment. But it was interesting because I didn't know how I would feel after doing the squats going into this workout. But I will say that I actually felt very warm. So the first time I did this workout, I wouldn't say that my back blew up, but I could definitely feel it after a while. But because this time, like going into this workout, I had warmed up my hips so much because obviously I had to do the squats before. I had absolutely no back pain or no back pump throughout the whole workout. So it was actually really good and pleasantly surprised. So basically for the warm up, I did my squats and then just did all of the movements that are in the workout. Did some deadlifts, did some cleans, did some snatches, but really not very many because as you guys know, my belief is that I don't need to warm up all that much, just get my heart rate up to like a limit, just like get my heart rate up a little bit so that I don't feel like I'm like panic when my heart rate shoots through the roof as soon as we start. So that was my plan and I was pretty happy with it. I think I felt pretty good throughout the whole workout. Now obviously this is I'd say it's more of like a chippery style workout. Is a longer workout that you need to manage your pace and speed and try and find ways to kind of like get yourself through it in a way that is manageable for you. The way that I did that was I took the wall walks like relatively slow, like they are slow for me, and I also did the row pretty like slow pace as well. As you guys can see, I'm pulling only like 1100 calories per hour, which is pretty I'd say pretty slow for me. Like when I did this workout the first time, the first row I actually held 1200 the whole time, so I finished maybe like 5 or 10 seconds before this, and my time in the end this time I actually went faster than last time. So I think that the first row isn't so key, but doing the first row slower this time actually set myself up to be able to do the wall walks a little bit faster, to be able to do everything else a little bit faster, so I was quite happy with that. Now the first time that I did this as well, I actually did it by myself. I don't like, it's not that I like training by myself, but sometimes I feel like it's better to just get the noise out of your head and like not have someone next to you that you feel like you have to chase. And I felt that today, like obviously when the guy next to me, Josh, I'm sure he won't mind saying it, he does watch this, so if you are listening, Josh, legend, having him next to me, at first I was like, this is just going to be so annoying because I'm just going to watch him like take away the workout, and it's not going to be good for my head. And as you can see, like he's already quite far ahead of me within like the first 2 exercises, so I was a little bit annoyed. So sometimes I do think it is better to just do it by yourself, to kind of like listen to your own pace and like do your own thing. But because I had actually done this workout before, I knew how I was going to deal with the pace, I knew how I was going to approach it, and so it didn't actually phase me as much as I thought it would. And I knew that myself, the first half of the workout is going to be slightly slower, and then the second half of the workout I can push it a bit more, just because of the way that the format is, and the fact that the barbell is quite light for me. I knew that I'd be able to push it more towards the end, and also that I do have the row in my back pocket. Like I knew that that was going to be easier. Now, just want to say, dropping a barbell, oh my god, the most underrated thing ever. So where we train currently, you can't drop the barbells, you have to drop them on the pads, and obviously that seems like no big deal, whatever, but genuinely, being able to drop the barbell here was an absolute dream come true, and it was so much fun. Every time I dropped it, I was like, woo, here we go. So anyways, like I said, let's talk strategy before I go all onto another tangent. Also, I thought that I'd done the right amount, but did an extra one just in case. So, on the wall walks, my approach is that I lie down and try to get the first one out the way straight away. Then after that, every single wall walk, I try to take 2 Mississippis from when I touch the floor, 1, 2, and then start to go back up. So it ends up being like 3 or 4 seconds. But I try to keep that sort of pace the whole time, because I know that that is something that I am able to do. So that's how I manage the wall walks, and how I try to, like, in my head, like, get through the wall walks as, like, manageably as possible, because they are really hard. I think that I probably could go faster, but I need to be able to learn how to use my hips, like, on the wall, because I feel like my legs just sort of, like, don't really do anything. And when you watch CrossFitters, they actually use their legs and their hips, so I want to learn how to do that. Now, obviously, once the wall walks are done, the barbell is where I felt like I could push. And this is specifically where I had to be really careful, because obviously this is where I got all the no reps last time. So I was very conscious of, like, standing up at the top like that, pause, then drop it. And I felt like I did a pretty good job. Like, I just was able to just go 1, 1, 1, 1, which I was really happy about. I think that one thing that is annoying is that when the barbell is so light, it just kind of like bounces everywhere. It's really frustrating, but I was really happy with how these moved, and I didn't realize how, like, tiring going touch and go is. Whereas when you're like this, when you know that it's just like one manageable rep at a time, like, it's pretty easy. What I also liked about it is that for me, the cleans basically like pinpointed the midway in the workout. So once I knew that I was done with the cleans, like, for me the workout was basically finished, and I didn't have to worry too much about what was to come, because I knew that the rest I had in my bag. So I was really happy with it. One thing I will say is that I am absolutely so grateful for Ross to have been there counting, changing my weights and everything, like, being supportive and helping me, because I genuinely don't think I would have been able to do it without him. Like, it was, I don't know how people count their own reps. I get so confused all the time, and I don't know how you guys do it. So if you're one of those people, one of the counting rep warriors, then honestly, hats off to you. Right, so I obviously said how I did the wall walks. Basically, just do, as soon as I finish whatever was before the wall walks, I tried to get the first one out of the way straight away. Then as soon as I complete one wall walk, I tried to just take 2 breaths or 2 Mississippis on the floor, and then start or initiate the next wall walk. Now, for everything else, the first row, as I said, that was supposed to be, like, pretty tamed, pretty slow, to be able to, like, set me up for the workout. The cleans, I knew that I was always going to go singles just because I thought that that was the best way to manage in terms of like the rest that I needed, and to make sure that my grip was pretty fresh for the rest, because I did actually find it quite grippy if I went touch and go with the cleans, whereas like if you just do singles, it felt a lot less grippy. Then after the cleans, obviously you go back to the wall walks, same strategy that I had done before. Try to get the first one out the way straight away, and then go from there. Just 2 Mississippis, blah, blah, blah. Then we get to the snatches. Now, obviously, the snatches are super light for me. It's only 29 kilos. So I knew that this was kind of where I had to push, because I was managing to like slowly catch up with Josh, who was next to me. So I knew that as soon as I got to the snatches, that was my time that I had to push. I had thought that I wanted to go 6-4, 6-4, 5. I think I ended up going 6-4, 6, 5, 4, or something like that. But I knew that I had to go touch and go. Like, it's not... The one thing that is great about a light barbell is that it is easy. But the bad thing about a light barbell is that you can't really chuck it on the floor all that much, because it bounces around so much that I feel like if I just dropped it onto the floor, it would have just bounced all over the place and been really, really frustrating. So obviously just chalked up my hands, ready to go. On like review, I probably didn't have to do that, but it kind of gave me the time I needed to just walk up and do the barbell. And then I started barbell cycling. I opted for no contact snatches just because that's the easiest thing for me. I felt like I would be wasting energy if I tried to contact it, and the barbell's so light that it kind of just flies up anyway, so there was no point in doing that. I was really, really happy with how the snatches went, and I thought that I was pretty strict with the rest. Again, the only way that I try to measure my rest is by counting Mississippi, because that's like the easiest way that I find to go about it. I don't know whether there's like another way. If you guys can recommend me another way to kind of like measure your rest. I try to just go 1, 2, and then go back in. Doesn't always work, but usually like it works as well as it could. I think most of the time it's just about being conscious of how long you're taking, because if you don't count, then you just don't realize. But yeah, I was happy with that. And then obviously after the snatches, it was basically just time to full send, try and get the 5 last wall walks done as quickly as possible, and then just smash the row as fast as I possibly could to try and get like to try and finish the workout, right? Because that's the whole point. Now, just quickly, like, as I've said pretty much everything I want to say about this workout, obviously this is the end of the Open this year. I didn't actually like register for the Open. I didn't pay to do the Open. I just did the workouts because it was part of the qualifiers that for a competition that I'm trying to qualify for. I don't know whether I've qualified yet. Obviously, we'll keep you guys updated. But in reflection of the Open this year, as opposed to the Open last year, it's a great tool to kind of see where you are in your like journey, or in your CrossFit Open, in like your CrossFit journey, and see how you're doing. I'm really, really pleased with the progress that I've made this, like from last year to this year. Last year I didn't finish workouts when there was chest to bars and bar muscle ups, whereas this year I did. This year I felt like I was able to push a lot more. I had a lot more of the skills in the bag, like double unders and stuff, and I felt like I was really able to push more on like barbell cycling and like these types of workouts. So I feel like I'm faster, I feel like I'm fitter, I feel like I am mentally stronger, like able to push through when I'm more tired. So I'm really, really happy with that. I feel as though I've made a lot of progress in the time that I have done CrossFit, and I'm like pretty excited to keep pushing. I obviously hope that I qualify for this, but yeah, I think doing the Open, like as in like to register for the Open, for me this year just didn't make any sense. But I'm really, really glad that I took part in that. Now I can kind of see how I stack up against me last year, and whether like what I'm doing is actually working towards like getting better and getting fitter and getting stronger, and whether I'm actually doing anything right, because it's hard to tell on a daily basis. Like sometimes I go to the gym and I'm like, oh my god, I'm an absolute beast, and then sometimes I go to the gym and I'm like, what a useless turd, like couldn't move anything, couldn't do anything, like couldn't cope with life. Just want to say quickly here, I was rowing my life away, because I knew that if I had done at least 10 calories by the time Josh had got onto the rower, that he wouldn't be able to catch me. So I was pretty happy with with myself here. I'm really glad that it was a row, because I feel like I can really push on the row. Like, you know, when you're on a machine and you want to die, but you just keep going. Like for me, the row is one of those ones where I can keep pushing, even though I feel like I'm about to pass out and die. I think my legs were absolutely broken. And the only way that I could get through it was to convince myself that if I do the 30 calories like pretty chill, as you can see I'm holding like an 1200 pace. If I can do that up until the 30 calories and then up it when I get to 30 and then full send when I've only got 10 calories left, that was pretty much my plan. As you can see, like, I actually don't go that much faster. I just have like much like bigger, longer pulls, and I feel like I could push a lot more with my legs and like pull with my arms after the legs have kind of executed what they need to do. And I'm actually really happy with the rowing technique. I hadn't actually properly looked at it, but as you can see, so now there's only 15 calories left, up to 1300 calories an hour, and I'm pretty sure that when I get to just 10 calories left, Ross is like screaming at me, and I managed to get to 1400, and I think I end 1400 here for the last 10 calories. I think I managed to get to 1500. Honestly, I'm absolutely buzzing watching this. I feel like I don't, so I managed to get more than 1500 for the last 5 calories. That's pretty big. Do I get to 1600? Oh, that's pretty big. No, I don't. Okay, 1500 is pretty good though. So I redid the workout. First one, obviously loads of no reps. I finished in 14:47 or something. So second one, no reps, finished in 14:37. Pretty happy about that. Honestly, like when I was doing the workout, I genuinely thought, oh my god, I'm absolutely smashing this, probably doing it like a minute faster. Which obviously wasn't the case. It was 10 seconds faster. That's okay, no big deal. Happy to have at least like gotten a bit better when it was only 2 days like next to each other, like 2 days after, because I did it on Friday and then redid it on Monday. So weird how you think that you're doing so much better than what you were. I don't understand how that works, but hey ho. Happy to keep going, happy to keep training. Obviously I will do like a full update as to like kind of like what's next, what to expect and stuff now that the Open's done, because obviously it marks, like, I feel like it marks the debut of like a new CrossFit year or a new CrossFit, so yeah. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got something from it. I know that a lot of it was just me going blah blah, but just wanted to share my experience and share what I've done and stuff like that. And then I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.